Hey everyone, this is Deepak Patel. Hope you're doing well, and I have an important message for financial and investment advisor. Lately, I've been, discussing a lot with different financial advisors and really trying to figure out how I can help them in getting more clients and getting more meetings. And in my conversation, and I had 3 meetings today, I had 4 yesterday, and every single day I'm speaking with my own clients, but then also advisors who are total strangers that come on the call, and we try to see if I can help them or not. And I always ask this one question, which is, what is it that they're offering to their prospect, and what is the unique value that they're offering? So there are 2 typical problems that people are having, but then I want to talk about one other problem, which in my view is the biggest problem. So first of all, marketing wise, a lot of advisors are still doing the traditional methods. The companies and firms that they work with are continuing to tell them to follow the traditional models. Their mentors are still telling them to do the old way and all that. And again, I have nothing against the old way, right? But the problem with the old way is that our marketplace, people who we are trying to sell to, they don't like the old way. The experience that we create for them with the old method is not as good as with the newer methods which we can have. So that's the problem. So marketing is bad, and it can be pretty bad for some advisors. So that's one problem, which is poor marketing. The second, which a lot of advisors don't realize and they don't want to accept it, is product or a solution that they offer, right? So as you know, there's a lot of different types of products that exist in the financial services space. The knowledge of product is quite poor with a lot of advisors, and they're not able to articulate the value proposition of the product, how it applies and all that, right? So I find that there's a lot of opportunity and improvement that an advisor can make when it comes to understanding the product, and more importantly, helping people understand how the product can actually add value to them, right? So the product is the problem. So if you think your practice from a business standpoint, any good business must really have 2 most important things. One, they really must have a good product, right? Like, as important as marketing and sales is to the business, what I have learned from my own experience is that having a great product, it really is the most important thing. And of course, then you need to have the right kind of marketing and all that. So not having enough knowledge of your product, which means if you have, if you're selling retirement solutions, if you're selling, insurance product, there are so many different kinds, right? And you need to find a way to communicate to your marketplace. And I find advisors are extremely, lacking. They just have the high superficial level knowledge. And when I ask the question to them, they just can't answer it any more than what I would be able to explain, even though I'm not an advisor and I don't really have the level of details. And now I'm a very astute, smart investor, and I have a lot of my own money invested in various investments. So I consider myself a very knowledgeable and mature investor. But when it comes to technical details on the products and all that, obviously that's not my area of expertise, but it must be yours. If you are an advisor, you must really study every single product features inside out and find the way it applies to your prospect. But here's the biggest problem that really is hurting all the advisors. And in my program, I help people get clear about this problem. And here's the big one. So ready? The big one is, an advisor really doesn't understand the problem that the prospect have that they are trying to go after. So for example, if an advisor is trying to sell something to the prospect, they just don't understand the problem from the viewpoint of the prospect. They understand in theory, like what a retirement planning is, what a retirement solution can do and all that. But they don't understand how the prospect looks at it. So for example, if you have a business owner, their idea of retirement planning is very different than if you had a teacher. And an advisor really doesn't understand this context, that these people are very different and they are not taking the time to really explain how a retirement solution would fit a teacher versus a business owner, right? And a business owner is significantly different, and what you can offer them is very different. And unfortunately, both the business owner and teacher don't think of retirement planning as a problem. They don't think of it like that. They think of it from another perspective. So for example, if you are a business owner and if you're nearing retirement, then you're trying to figure out what is your exit strategy on the business. What is your succession plan? Do you have your family members, your kids who are going to run the business? And if so, then how do you transition? If you're trying to sell the business to somebody, then how does that work? What are the tax implications, right? That is what that dude or the person who's selling is thinking. Not retirement planning, quote unquote, if you will. And I haven't really found an advisor who can really articulate those problems. And the one who can, they will have no problem getting meetings or clients. And so here's the main point of the video, that definitely focus on your marketing, definitely focus on your products and solution, but spend the most time on understanding the problem that your marketplace has. And the day you can do that, the getting meeting part and the marketing part, which is a big problem and pain point for financial and investment advisor, and that's what I do, that's what I help them with, would practically disappear. So I hope you found this useful. And if you know any financial advisor that might see some value in this content or everything else that I'm posting, then please share this video. Please like if you found this content of value. And if you have any questions, and if you are an investment or financial advisor, and if you're sitting there thinking, you know what, this person can actually help me get more meetings, get more client, and really get everything that I need to be, in place so you can create a successful practice, then feel free to reach out, send me a message on LinkedIn or Facebook, wherever you're seeing the video, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you and see if I can help you or not with the program that I have for advisors, where they come, they build a good foundation, and then they implement some really good marketing strategies, but more importantly, they really put business fundamentals in place to grow their practice and achieve their financial freedom. So I hope you found this video useful, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.